crossed. Take your camera and point it across there at the red hand. That is a crosswalk. One, you weren't in the crosswalk. Two, there was a red sign. You both crossed it.
Oh, my bad.
That's a $65 ticket apiece. Get to my car. You are being legally detained. If you don't, you are disobeying. I'm gonna put you in jail.
No, that's
So go to my car.
That's against the law right there. You gotta see. Look.
You look at me. If you don't walk to that car, I'm putting you in jail.
By me crossing the street, officer. That's.
Can I just get a warning so I'm just going
You get to my car. You're gonna walk to my car. I'm about to put you in jail.
For what?
Disobeying a direct order.
That's not disobeying a direct order.
Resisting without.
That's not
walk
resisting.
to my car.
That is not resisting, officer. That is not resisting.
Listen to me. I am doing you a favor. I'm not telling you again. You got your ID on you?
No, I don't.
What's your name?
Devonte Shipman.
All right, so there's another infraction. In the state of Florida, you have to have an ID card on you identifying who you are. I can detain you up to 7 hours until I can figure out who you are.
Not if I've done anything. Not if I've done anything illegal, officer. No, sir. You cannot.
did do something illegal. You crossed the crosswalk.
Yeah, that's I crossed the crosswalk.
Against a red hand. I was sitting right there when you did it.
Wasn't paying no attention. That's not that. You act like I really just committed a serious crime that's worth this time right now.
It is worth the time.
You're just trying to look for something. You're just trying to get you pulled up or whatever the case may be. I understand that you're trying to get money. You got to do your job. But
I don't get money for writing tickets.
You do.
There was 2 cars that were coming through the intersection that had to slow down. They had the right of way, not you.
No, as a pedestrian, you do have the right of way.
You do not.
Yes, you do. As a pedestrian.
What's your name?
Devonte Shipman.
All right, I'm gonna tell you, Devonte, right now, I have given you the last warning.
Okay.
How do you spell your first name?
Devonte.
Last name?
Shipman. Shipman.
Date of birth?
January 12th, 1996.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got 3 cop cars, all because we crossed the mother street, bro. We crossed the street. That's all we did was cross the
Video on Facebook shows a Jacksonville, Florida police officer threatening to haul a young black man to jail after stopping him for jaywalking. Did the low-level infraction warrant a high-intensity encounter? Here's Maria Villarreal.
Crossed. Take your camera and point it across there at the red hand. That is a crosswalk.
Moments after being stopped for allegedly jaywalking by Jacksonville Sheriff's Deputy Jack Bolen, 21-year-old Devonte Shipman started to record the incident.
Walk to my car. I'm about to put you in jail.
For what?
Disobeying a direct order.
That's not disobeying a direct order.
Resisting without.
That's not
walk to my
resisting.
car.
That is not resisting, officer.
The interaction happened a week ago, and Shipman believes this is about more than just a jaywalking citation.
I was just stopped for being black and walking. That's how I feel. It was racial profile, racial discrimination.
You are being legally detained. If you don't, you are disobeying a direct order. I'm gonna put you in jail.
But in Florida, jaywalking is a crime that could mean a citation and fine, not jail time.
In the state of Florida, you have to have an ID card on you identifying who you are.
But according to Florida law, only motorists are required to have IDs on them, not pedestrians.
I seen a police officer, but we continue to cross because I figured, you know, we're not doing anything wrong. We're just crossing the street.
21-year-old Devonte Shipman says he was crossing the street with a friend 2 weeks ago when Officer J.S. Bolen pulled up and stopped him. This video went viral on Facebook. It shows the exchange between Shipman and the officer.
That's a $65 ticket.
I'm really being stopped for walking across the street. How often does that happen?
Shipman says the officer threatened him with jail time if he didn't go over to the police cruiser.
If I was Caucasian, like, would he have been so quick to jump out the car and say, hey, I'm going to put you in jail?
Although Shipman was not arrested, he did get a $65 ticket for failing to obey a pedestrian signal and another ticket for breaking a Florida statute not carrying or presenting a license, according to Officer Bolen. But on Wednesday, that charge was dropped. JSO says the officer got it wrong when he gave Shipman a ticket for not having his driver's license. Florida law says you only have to hand it over to identify yourself if you're driving when the officer asks for it. But in Shipman's case, he was just walking across the street. Shipman says he wants all charges dropped and the officer disciplined.
The officer either like terminated or like take classes on how to approach people like, hey man, look, you shouldn't be crossing that road. Approach the situation in a more humane way.